T7M Radio brings to you the best of 7 sports talk with 7 Mitchell.
What up, people? T7M Radio, man. It's the best of 7 sports talk. J.O., what's poppin', fam?
Yo, man, we installed another classic coming up.
Man, you talk about breaking news, man. Your boy is talking that talk, man. Floyd Mayweather announced this afternoon that him and the Manny Pacquiao rematch is going down before the end of the year.
Man, I respect Mayweather, man. I respect Mayweather for catching wreck, rematch smoke. This is what the streets need.
But do you think this is real? I mean, come on now. Like, we already in almost October. You really think that Floyd and Manny can pull it off, a rematch before the end of December? Or is this just another, you know, Floyd is a troll god. Like, I don't know how serious we can take this. If he'd have said that this was just going to happen, period, I could rock with that. But within the next 3 months?
I mean, I just think he may be throwing that for bait and see how the fans going to react. And once he gets that positive feedback, I think he may actually do it. It makes sense, actually. So it's probably the biggest matchup. I mean, besides him fighting others, you know, we may mention a little later. But, hey, man, we need this.
Okay. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. T7M Radio live stream, man. This is the best of 7 sports talk with 7 Mitchell, the big homie J.O., man. We chopping it up, talking about Floyd Mayweather announcing that him versus Manny Pacquiao, the rematch is going down before the end of the year. I'm a little bit blown away, man. We got a dope live stream today. We got NFL Week 2 predictions to talk about a little bit later on in the live stream. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. It's the best of 7 sports talk. So I don't want to be disrespectful with this, J.O., because it's going to be real disrespectful. But, wow. At this point, man, in the game, because Floyd to me is the greatest, does Manny even deserve this shot? We done seen what Manny went through since he lost to Floyd. Does Manny even deserve a rematch at this point of the game?
Manny deserved this rematch a couple of years ago. We want to date back to that disappointing fight, I might add, but check this out. We haven't forgot Manny Pacquiao injured shoulder, so we want to see Manny Pacquiao 100%. And let's see what's really good. Mayweather got the first. Pacquiao coming back for the rematch. Pacquiao win the rematch. Who knows? Be like a Frazier Ali type of situation.
Wait a minute. So I hear you bring up the whole arm injury thing. We doing this again, J.O.?
Look, man, this is in the back of Mayweather's head. If Mayweather is a true competitor, if he's real to his spirit, then he knows, like, yo, I got to prove to myself that I really can beat this man at 100%.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
And then you look,
that's
ridiculous. That eats him alive every night when he go to sleep, man, and count his $1 million in ones, man. It gotta touch his soul a little bit.
I'm willing to argue that injury happened in the fight. I mean, look how many punches Manny threw and missed.
Wait a minute, correct. Wait a minute. That happened before the fight.
No,
okay.
Speculation was it happened before the fight. He tried to get what he try to get, like an injection?
He tried to get a shot. Yeah, he tried to get an injection, and Mayweather didn't want him to take it. So there you have it.
Okay, but what about the 4th round and I believe the 8th round when he was throwing all those crazy punches? Like you didn't seem to have an issue with his arm then. I mean, he didn't have an issue when he was coming out and through the walkthrough. I didn't see any problem with Manny Pacquiao's shoulder.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Pacquiao threw but a few jabs the entire fight. So, you got to have 2 arms, 2 shoulders to fight Mayweather. That's just all it is.
That's very disrespectful, man. Very disrespectful. Shout out to everybody.
And to carry on with it, I have Pacquiao winning if it's a rematch.
What?
Insult to injury, no pun intended.
Wow. Wait a minute. So you have Floyd Mayweather losing a rematch after beating Conor McGregor. You got Floyd, who schooled Manny in the first fight. You got him losing to Manny Pacquiao, who lost, I believe, 2 times since in the rematch?
I hate to sound like Skip Bayless on this topic, but I'm taking 100% Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still a few years younger. Pacquiao coming off a knockout. I have Manny Pacquiao beating Floyd Mayweather decisively. No debate.
Wow. That is unbelievable, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. T7N Radio live stream, man. This is the best of 7. The big homie Cali G said Manny Pacquiao does not deserve a rematch. Bobby Tsunami is laughing out loud at your opinion about this whole shoulder injury. That's ridiculous, man. I can't believe after 5 years you had the audacity to bring that up to the American public like that. You know for a fact that Pacquiao threw and missed like 800 punches. I guess you could injure your shoulder when you swinging and missing so much.
Look, you got an injured shoulder and you got a man running and dodging. He gonna throw that arm out of socket, man. He already come in with a messed up shoulder. I mean, that was great. That was great strategy from Mayweather, knowing that Pacquiao was already hurt and he still ran. And I don't know, man.
I definitely got Floyd beat Manny Pacquiao in the rematch, man. I don't know what you're talking about, J.O., but let me ask you this. Where should this fight actually go down? In Vegas again? I mean, we were talking about the rematch going down in Macau, but I don't know if they could pull that off before the end of the year. Like this whole thing about Floyd saying that this fight is going to happen before the end of the year is the thing that's mind blowing to me. Like, how is that possible?
Yeah, that part right there sounds like a troll, but I don't know, man. 3 months. I mean, then when will the contracts be signed? I mean, you know, those take maybe a month or two before all the details of that get signed. So I don't see realistically them battling in December. I mean, it would be lit, but I think Mayweather being retired, he need at least 6 months to get right. Especially for a healthy Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? That don't make sense.
No, I just and for the promotion, like for a fight of this magnitude, you're not giving yourself that much time to get people excited. I mean, the fight is going to sell itself, so you ain't got to do that much. But like I said, some is going to argue that the hype for this fight, for the rematch, is even lower than the first fight because it didn't happen for so long.
Unless Pacquiao and Mayweather months in advance have already agreed and they know what's going on. I don't think it's a situation where Mayweather just announced to the world and Pacquiao finds out that day and like, oh, let me get in the gym. So we know Mayweather is calculated and they probably been talking behind the scenes for the last month or two. So maybe they could get ready in 3 months or, you know, get mentally and physically ready. But I don't know. It's a power move either way you go for Mayweather. I mean, 100 million plus, like that's the main reason why he probably should take the bout.
Right. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk, T7N Radio live stream. People, if y'all want to call up and give y'all opinion on Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, the announcement, man, the number is in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, man, so y'all can stay on top of every live stream we got here at the best of 7 Sports Talk. Links are in the description box, people. We got a Facebook debate group for sports if y'all want to join. Links are in the description box. Also, make sure if y'all want to donate, contribute to the network, donation links are also in the description box, man. We definitely appreciate all the support that we received over the week. But as far as legacy, Floyd don't need this fight, do you think?
Floyd, like I said, this is personal with him. He got to go to sleep with knowing that he beat a 50% Pacquiao. And legacy, I don't think it, put it this way, if he never take Pacquiao again, it won't hurt his legacy. Now, it will hurt his legacy if he rematch him and he gets laid out on the canvas. Now that will hurt his legacy.
No, that's hurting my ears for you to be that disrespectful to Floyd. Floyd is not getting laid out on no canvas by no Manny Pacquiao in 2018, man. Y'all were talking the same garbage 5 years ago, man. No respect for Floyd.
I have respect for Floyd, but I think Pacquiao at his best is the greatest boxer I've ever seen at his best.
Wow. Heavyweight, everything. Manny Pacquiao is the best boxer of all time. That's what you're saying.
At his best.
At his best. That is ridiculous.
At his apex, he's the greatest boxer I've ever seen.
Wow. J.O., brother, you should be drug tested. You're my guy, but you need to be drug tested. Saying that is ridiculous, man. Unbelievable. Y'all got to drop y'all comments and let us know what y'all think about Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, the rematch, man. Drop y'all comments below in the comment section and let us know who will win this fight. Is it realistic that it's going down before the end of the year, or is Floyd Mayweather just trolling? We're going to have to see, man. Salute to everybody on the live stream. When we come back here on the Best of 7 Sports Talk, our second topic, got to get into the NFL Week 2. Already started, man. My Ravens looked horrible Thursday night, man. Good God.
Yeah, they was disgusting.
We were pretty pathetic, man. I just I don't know what to say, man. We don't have Flacco. I mean, we don't have the Flacco that we need, you know, to make things happen. Who we have is just, you know, another quarterback to me. And Lamar Jackson is not ready, and RG3, we know what he about.
I think Flacco, his career is starting to look like Eli Manning. It started off at the top, and each year it just gets worse and worse.
Okay. T7M Radio, this is the Best of 7 Sports Talk, man. We're going to take a quick time out. This live stream is sponsored by Ice Shaker, man. Y'all make sure y'all get your Ice Shaker water bottles. They easy to clean and store away. Stainless steel, spill proof. Ice Shaker is definitely the way to go when it's time to upgrade your shaker bottle. Owner of the Ice Shaker is Rob Gronkowski, brother Chris. Gronkowski mad is a fact. So y'all make sure. Y'all get your Ice Shakers. T7M Radio, man. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk with 7 Mitchell, J.O. About to get into our second topic, man. NFL week number 2. We got some interesting games on deck, man. We're not going to hold y'all, man. Y'all get those likes up. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. Best of 7 Sports Talk. I'm going to be live streaming weekdays, 12 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. We talking sports every day, all day. T7M Radio live stream. 7 Mitchell and J.O., man. It's time to get into some week 2 predictions for the NFL. Let's get into our first game, man. We got the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. J.O., your Carolina Panthers. Now, the Falcons are back home this week. You know, to me, Greg Olsen, he's out. Now, Atlanta, they sent Deion Jones and Keanu O'Neal to injury reserve, so they're a little bit short. But with no Greg Olsen, man, Cam Newton, even though he played well in week 1, he just don't have enough weapons to me, man. I don't see how Carolina is really going to be successful this year without some type of trade, and we rarely see big-time trades mid-season. I don't know what to say about your boys.
I think you're being slightly slightly disrespectful to the Panthers. You're saying you don't see how they're going to be good this year.
Not at all.
First, I mean, Cam Newton is a former MVP. I think you're really sleeping on Christian McCaffrey, who's all-purpose, you know, future running back that's going to have a long, luxurious career. I like they front seven is nasty. I mean, you can say the Panthers receiving core is probably second half. It's probably like somewhere between 20 and 25 in the league, to be honest with you. So I'll probably give you the I would agree with you with the talent around him in that aspect. But man, Cam Newton is Superman, so he's going to cover up a lot of those weaknesses. But I like the Panthers. I really like the Panthers this year.
I got respect for Cam Newton, but Cam can't do it all by himself. And even though Benjamin is doing nothing up in Buffalo, y'all losing Benjamin was a big deal to me. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, y'all have no downhill threats. The person who I thought was a wide receiver, McCaffrey, he's playing what, running back for y'all? Like, I don't get y'all MO, man. And y'all defense is not that same number one defense from 2015. So, I just don't think they got the firepower to put up the numbers that Matt Ryan and Atlanta's beat up a little bit on the defensive side, but they still got Julio, they still got Matt Ryan. I got the Falcons beating the Panthers 24-17.
Wow. Well, Julio is one of the all-time greats. Matt Ryan is a guy I'm not high on at all. I don't trust him making big plays at the end of the game the way I would trust Cam Newton.
Okay.
So it's going to go down to the wire. But I knew Deion Jones is hurt. I didn't know Neal was out for the year. I mean, their defense was already shaky, and those are like two of their top three players on defense. So now you take those guys away, I don't see them stopping the Panthers or any other team this season. I got the Panthers taking that game 20-17.
It's going down tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's going to be a dope one. Next game on deck, we got the Washington Redskins, Adrian Peterson, who looked pretty sharp in week 1. They're going to be locked in versus Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not sold on Andrew Luck or the Colts. I got the Redskins handling their business 21-14, man. Who you got between the Redskins and the Colts, Jill?
Yeah, would you say you got the Redskins?
Yeah, I think they're going to be too much for Andrew Luck and the Colts. They not doing nothing, man. I can see the Colts going starting off like on
man. I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Luck. Like, guys still want to put him top 5. I'm not. I think he's one of the most overrated players in the NFL, and I like what Adrian Peterson is doing. I don't understand why it took this man this long to get signed. I wish he would have signed to my team, but I got the. I just think the Redskins have a little more experience with Alex Smith at the quarterback. Coach too young, man. I definitely got the Redskins taking it. I think Redskins is a surprise team this season.
In the NFC East, most definitely. That's a tough division, man. It's always been. But they definitely stepped it up. It's just going to be interesting to see Adrian Peterson, if he can put on the same type of performances or something close to over the 16-week span. Because he said yesterday that he think he can play another 3 to 4 years. How long do you think AP could actually keep doing this at a high level?
At least 2 more seasons. I don't know about 3. I think he can be in the league 3 or 4 years. But with the NFL becoming such a passing league, I think a lot of teams don't want to use a back like him as far as a featured back. But, I mean, you got to think, Adrian Peterson been in the game for about, 15 years. But a couple years he was out with injuries. A couple years he was suspended. So, I mean, he don't have a lot of wear and tear on his leg like a typical guy that's been in the league forever.
Got you.
And let alone, and another thing, he's the GOAT. But that's
wow, here we go. Best of 7 Sports Talk, T7M Radio live stream, man. Week 2 NFL, we talking, man. 7 Mitchell, J.O. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Bobby Tsunami said Matt Ryan is overrated. Shout out to Cali G's, man. Salute to everybody, man. Y'all continue to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If y'all want to tip the live stream, y'all want to donate to the live stream, man, $1, man. Anything y'all want to donate, man, links are in the description box, man. If y'all use the Streamlabs link, you guys' donation will pop up on the screen. So we definitely appreciate all the tips and donations. Next up, real quick, the Houston Rockets and the Tennessee Titans. I'm going with the Titans over the Texans, man. Playing at home, I got Mariota over the Texans.
I'm going completely opposite. I'm going with the Texans, who had a horrible showing against the Patriots last week and still was in the game towards the end. Mariota is a little banged up. I mean, of course, we got Watson coming off the ACL injury, but I'm going with Houston, Texas, man. Hopefully, J.J. Watt come up with a better game, and Watson have a better game. I'm taking the Texans in the bounce back game.
Next up, the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles on the road playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that Nick Foles and the Eagles offense is going to struggle again the way they did in the first game, and I definitely don't got Ryan Fitzpatrick having the type of game that he's having. First of all, J.O., what's up with Jameis Winston not starting? Like, do we have a problem in Tampa Bay?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if you caught up to speed, but Jameis Winston suspended for the first 3 games.
That's right. That's right.
With the sexual harassment in taxi cab.
Right. That's right.
Uber, whatever. But I mean, it's really looking tight for Winston if Fitzpatrick continue to put up numbers. I mean, and wins, it's gonna start to look real tight in Tampa.
I don't know. I think the long ball is going to be the deciding factor at the end of the day. And even though Mike Evans is a beast, I think Alshon Jeffrey, these guys are going to step it up for Nick Foles. I think Nick Foles is going to have a way better game this game than he did in game 1. Because if he has back-to-back subpar games, I know he was the MVP of the Super Bowl, but you definitely can be expecting to see Carson Wentz within the next couple weeks, win or lose, if Nick Foles don't look sharp. So I'm going with Philly, the defending champs, to handle their business 24-10 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who you got between the Eagles and the Bucs?
I also have the Eagles. I think Fitzpatrick had a fluke game. I think Nick Foles will get back in rhythm. I love Philly defense. I actually love Tampa Bay offense. It's really going to be interesting to see how they match up on opposite fields. But I'm gonna go with the experienced team. I'm gonna go with the defending champs. I'm gonna go with the better coach, and to me, the better quarterback, Nick Foles. So
okay,
I got the Eagles taking that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa Bay put up the numbers. The Tampa Bay offense is legit.
Do you believe in Fitzpatrick?
No, I don't believe in Fitzpatrick, but I do know he's capable of having monster games. I mean, he's a gunslinger and he's a vet. And I mean, Mike Evans, I mean, that guy is a monster. O.J. Howard is a monster. Deshaun Jackson, we talking about Peterson. I believe him and Peterson came to lead together, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, Tampa got the speed, man, but I think Philly playmakers on defense will contain that.
It's going to be a good game. It's definitely going to be a good game. Next game on deck, week 2 of the NFL, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this game, J.O., is going to be an interesting matchup because both teams feature a pretty explosive offense. I know we done had the issues with Le'Veon Bell not reporting, but, you know, the Steelers can put up some numbers. And we looked at Patrick Mahomes, new quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. He looked like he's definitely the real deal, man. I think this is going to be a big-time game as far as offense go. I do got the Steelers still winning, even though this is in Heinz Field, 1 o'clock game. I got the Steelers winning 34-28, but it's going to be a lot of big plays made on both teams, I think.
I have Kansas City running away with this game.
Wow.
I think I'm a big Ben fan. I think he's one of the all-time greats, top 10 quarterbacks of all time. What I seen from him last week without Le'Veon Bell was hard to watch. I'm really loving Patrick Mahomes, man. This guy reminds me of Brett Favre, man, with more agility.
He's a problem, man. He's a problem.
Check this out. My man Tyreek Hill is major problems. He may be the best receiver in this game coming up.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill is a game breaker, like one of the greatest. I think potentially be one of the greatest game breakers we've seen. And man, they still got some playmakers on defense. My man Johnson, cornerback. I don't know, but I think Eric Berry back. I'm not quite sure, and I have to look that up. But I got their offense, man. Their offense was wide open last week. Tyreek Hill caused major troubles. And there's one more play I'm forgetting. I can't believe I'm forgetting the running back. Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt.
Man. It's looking bad for Pittsburgh. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know, man. As long as you got AB, and I don't want to put that much praise on Big Ben, but they at Heinz Field, man. If it's any team that can neutralize the Kansas City Chiefs on both ends of the football, it's got to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be tough to go in the Heinz Field and get a win, man. It's going to be tough, but we're going to see. If Patrick Mahomes looked just as sharp in week 2 as he did in week 1, you definitely got to be favoring Kansas City to possibly come out the AFC West again.
Facts.
Next up, man, we got the New York Jets over the Miami Dolphins. Now, to me, I think the Dolphins' victory tour is going to stop here. I don't consider the Jets, the way they demolished the Lions last week, I don't consider that being an overreaction. I think the Jets, pound for pound on the defensive side, is pretty decent. And I'm going with the Jets at home over the Dolphins in the AFC East division matchup. I got the Jets over the Dolphins. Who you got?
Tough. You know what? I'm not high on either team. This is one of the who cares games of the week. But from what I've seen, I got to go with the Jets, man. I think Darnold, he's a fast learner and learning it with their offense and in that pocket. And the Jets defense, young defense, was just flying around last week. So I'm taking the Jets, man. Jets, they may be the new best team in New York before long. So we'll see, man. Donald, man. We'll see if he continues to progress. But I like what I've seen from him, so I'm going with the Jets.
All right. Bobby Tsunami said he got the Dolphins beating the Jets by 3. We're going to see. Next up, the Buffalo Bills are at home facing the LA Chargers. I think the Bills are going to get off to a fast start in this game, unlike they have in the past. LaShawn McCoy should have a big game against this Chargers defense. Phillip Rivers, he can get it done, but it seemed like whenever the Chargers start slow, the hole that they have dug for him be too much to climb out of it the fourth quarter. So I'm going with Buffalo to get off early, and I got them beating the Chargers 24-14.
There's no way Buffalo wins this game.
Wow.
I mean, they started a rookie quarterback. Kelvin Benjamin, after week 1, he don't want to play for the Bills. The Bills is a total disaster. I mean, Bills may be the worst organization in football as we speak. The Chargers are not overly impressive, but they have enough to beat the Bills. I mean, the Bills is in running for a top 3 pick. I have the Chargers winning this game. I mean, pretty clear too.
Salute to Timberland TV. Big up to everybody in the chat, the live stream, man. T7M Radio live stream. It's the best of 7 sports talk. We talking NFL week 2 predictions. Next up, man, game of the week, in my opinion, your Green Bay Packers facing Minnesota, man, the Minnesota Vikings. Who you got in this game?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm a Packers fan, and whether Rodgers play banged up or he takes this game, I don't see us beating Minnesota, man. Minnesota is like, they just big bad bully guys right now. I think they're a top 2 team between them and the Eagles. Their defense, I think Rodgers shouldn't even play this game. Like, if you want to finish the season, I think he should just go ahead and take this game out and focus on week 3, because them guys, man, is scary on defense. And they offense, with Dalvin Cook coming back from his ACL after what looked to be a promising rookie season. Kirk Cousins is slinging the ball everywhere. Receivers is making plays. I have Minnesota beating us, even though we at home. I just don't think we are ready in week 2 to compete with Minnesota.
Well, I can say this. If they do not start Aaron Rodgers, if they do not allow Rodgers to play, they have no chance in hell in beating the Minnesota Vikings, because I'm just not sold on who's the backup, Kaza?
Yeah, if Kaza is starting, we won't score in double figures. If Kaza is starting for us, we will not score.
You might not score at all unless the defense puts y'all in a great position. I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings to win at Lambeau against the Green Bay Packers, just for the exact reasons that you have mentioned, Aaron Rodgers being hobbled. The game itself, though, to me, J.O., it's not going to come easy. New Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins, he's going to face better personnel in the back seven than he did in the coverage against the 49ers last week. So even though Green Bay Packers have not been known to having a stout defense, I think, like I said, personnel-wise, they are a little bit better on the back end than San Francisco was. So Kirk Cousins is really going to have to come to play. But I think at the end of the day, if you can't score, it's going to be hard for you to win a football game. And the Vikings defense should be pretty dominant, even on the road in Lambeau Field. They get to play in Lambeau Field early, so they don't have to deal with the bad weather in Lambeau to get this game out the way. So that's going to be key, because the second game will be at Minnesota. So Minnesota setting themselves up for a sweep early on, man, when it comes to the Packers, and take a commanding lead in the division. I got the Minnesota Vikings over the Green Bay Packers 22-14.
Sadly, I agree with something similar to that.
We got the New Orleans Saints, led by Drew Brees, facing the Cleveland Browns. I got the Saints over the Browns, but I really want to know, what's the chances of Tyrod Taylor getting benched before the season is out in Cleveland?
I think Tyrod Taylor is the most consistent mediocre quarterback starting in the NFL today. I was really, in the offseason, there was a lot of uproar about why did Buffalo get rid of him, and it was a little people threw a little racial undertone.
Right.
The guy he's just okay, average, mediocre, fair, whatever you want to describe him as, just being an average quarterback. The guy he's mobile, but he has zero pocket awareness. And when you need certain plays at certain moments in the game, you cannot rely on that guy. He's going to hold the ball too long and get sacked. And just off the fact of Baker Mayfield, quick decision making and playmaking, I think he should be starting, because how terrible Taylor was last week, it still was a 21-21 tie. So that should tell you just a smidget of upgrade at quarterback. The Cleveland Browns could be making a difference. But here we are.
Here we are.
So no, I have Cleveland Browns losing pretty obviously.
I mean, Cleveland to me are better on offense than they were a year ago, but with that being said, they can't keep up with Drew Brees, man. I don't care where they playing. If they playing and this is at the Superdome, but they could be playing on Mars. I just don't think they could put up the numbers. I think this is going to be an easy win for the New Orleans Saints, 34-17 over the Cleveland Browns. We got the 49ers over the Detroit Lions. I'm picking the 49ers over the Detroit Lions at home. Who you got?
I'm taking Detroit. Jimmy G was overrated coming into the season with his mega contract. Detroit played about as bad as anybody could played all last week. I think Stafford would settle down. He threw about 4 interceptions in week 1. I have the Bears. I mean, not the Bears, the Lions. I have them winning 23-21.
Who's J.O., because these guys got a lot of money. Who's the most overrated quarterback at this point? Jimmy G or Matt Stafford?
Clearly Jimmy G. I think if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy G is making more money than Stafford.
We just watched Matt Stafford throw 4 interceptions last weekend. What's Matt Stafford's his postseason record? What do you mean clearly Jimmy G? How disrespectful is that, man?
Wait a minute. Jimmy G, Stafford have more wins than Jimmy G have starts.
Wow.
He probably have more losses too, of course, but I mean Stafford is both quarterbacks is probably overrated. I mean, we being technical here. But Jimmy G, just because I mean, to be fair, he did go 5-0 last year. He won the last 5 games. But I mean, the guy haven't showed nothing. I mean, the guy's he's smart, make great decisions, but I don't believe in his arm. His arm is like one of the weakest at the starting position in quarterback. So I'm not high on Jimmy G coming into a season where everybody have game tape on him now.
This is the best of 7 sports talk. Week 2 NFL predictions. Next up, we got the LA Rams facing the Arizona Cardinals. This is going down in LA, 4 o'clock game. I'm going with the Rams at home, 31-13 over the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got?
Who we got? The Cardinals and the I'm sorry,
and the LA Rams.
Oh man, the Rams, man. The Rams may be the 3rd best team. We know we talked about Minnesota and the Eagles. We have the Rams as the 3rd best team in the NFC right now. I mean, what they don't have a weakness on the field. I just don't. For what we saw last week, we have to go with the Rams.
I think they're gonna run. They're gonna run the football crazy. Look what AP did to this Cardinals defense last week.
The Cardinals defense, their front 4 should be better than what it is, but they did lose Tyrann Honey Badger Matthew. He's not in the defense anymore. Sam Bradford, you know what? We may have to put Sam Bradford and Tyrod Taylor in almost in the same category.
Oh, Sam Bradford is worse than Joe Flacco when it comes to robbing people the money, man. He had the biggest contract I think in history for a rookie. He has done nothing but.
Yeah, he did. He had an $80 million contract, and since then he's still been making 15, 20. He making $20 million this season. He's coming off ACL after playing 1 or 2 games last year, and he made 20. He making $20 million. Come on, it's crazy, man. How they do some of these pocket quarterbacks, some of these tall white pocket quarterbacks to get the big bucks, but. Yeah, man, that's wild. They may have to start their rookie. Josh, what's the guy's name? Josh Rosen.
Right.
Yeah, they may have to put him in there, man, because Bradford, I think he's like a deer in the headlights, man.
T7M Radio live stream, man. You are now rocking with the best. This is the best of 7 sports talk with 7 Mitchell and J.O. We chopping it up, winding down week 2 predictions from the NFL. Y'all get those likes up, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Links are in the description box if y'all want to tip or donate to the live stream, man. We definitely appreciate all the support. Next up, man, marquee matchup. This may actually be the game of the week as well. We got a rematch from the AFC Championship. This time it's going down in Jacksonville. We got the Jaguars versus Tom Brady and the Patriots, man. Who you got in this war?
Man, this is one of the games of the week. You know what? I'm going with the Jaguars.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
I'm going with the Jaguars. Although I think Gronk is going to have despite what Jalen Ramsey is talking about, I think Gronk is going to show up. But I think Brady is going to take a beat. And that's pretty much going to be the game. I think Patriots going to have trouble moving the football throughout the game from start to finish. And I just think Fournette is just going to pound the ball and run out the clock. I got this game very low scoring. I have this game 13-10 Jags.
Unbelievable. I mean, I have respect for Jacksonville, but it's just too many ifs in this game. Even though they're home, Leonard Fournette, first of all, might not play. He's not even healthy. That's number one. And if this game was close, I don't have any doubt in my mind that Tom Brady couldn't engineer a couple of clutch fourth quarter comeback drives. But on the other side of that football, we got Blake Bortles. That's my deciding factor. I mean, the biggest if is that he have a career day. Like Blake Bortles, when are we going to come to the realization that him and Joe Flacco are like the same person, just in different uniforms in different locations? Like, I'm not sold on Blake Bortles, not at all. And I don't think that he can do anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to make another correction. Blake Bortles is the most inconsistent, underwhelming quarterback in the NFL.
That's a fact.
Now, I guess we just point out average quarterbacks in the league, but Blake Bortles is probably top of the list.
You brought up Jalen Ramsey and his remarks and opinions on Rob Gronkowski. You think he's out? Does Jalen have a point? Does Rob seem to have problems versus corners, or is Ramsey just talking trash?
I think he's talking trash. I think the best solution for Gronk is a good physical cornerback. I think safety and linebackers don't even have a chance. So I think that's the best, but it's still nearly impossible because the way Gronk lines up, you don't know if he's blocking, going out. Like he totally shifts the defense. So I mean, if you've got a quality, especially have all pro level top type of corner on them, and then you have some other linebackers and safeties, double or triple team, I think that's your best shot. But again, Brady spreads the ball around regardless.
Right.
But I do think Jalen's a little out of pocket. I mean, Gronk is like arguably the GOAT, man.
He's the best in that position, man. No doubt. No fucking doubt. We got an AFC West rivalry, man. The Denver Broncos are at home facing the Oakland Raiders. I think the Raiders will show up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Case Keenum and the Denver Broncos, I think they should be able to handle their business at home. I got them beating Oakland 24-20. Who you got between the Broncos and the Raiders?
Man, I got the I'm going with the Broncos because I'm a Case Keenum fan. I think he's highly underrated, like one of the most underrated players in the field. And I don't know, man. The Raiders, they let Khalil Mack go. David Carr just slinging the ball around. I think John Gruden coaching is outdated. I'm going against. I can't pick the Raiders with this. I just think they got a lot of turmoil and controversy in their organization. I don't see them. I have them having a long season.
Okay. Now this is the game that I'm waiting for. Pretty much America's waiting for. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, Sunday night are hosting the New York Football Giants. I'm expecting the Giants to spoil Dallas's home opener. They did this precisely 9 years ago. It was also in week 2, the opening of Jerry World on Sunday Night Football. 9 years ago, the Giants came into the building, knocked off the Cowboys. I think history is going to repeat itself. If it doesn't, J.O., I've never been an advocate of calling out your teammates and stuff like that. But if the Giants don't pull this win off, and if Eli Manning doesn't play well, OBJ really got to step it up to the plate, even if it's publicly, and demand that the New York Giants look for another quarterback, because Eli, to me, is already done. But how much cachet can you really hold and carry off of those 2 Super Bowls? I got respect for him and his family, but Eli just has not been, that Eli that needs to be Eli, for the Giants to be successful. And if they lose to Dallas, man, they need to look for another quarterback. And OBJ's got to put it out there.
Yeah, Eli. Eli. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Eli gave us some great moments in football history, but he haven't gave me any type of it's nothing I can go off of and say Eli can take a team to playoffs and win big games again. But there's a but. Dak Prescott, I didn't want to believe that he was mediocre. I didn't want to believe that he was average. I didn't want to believe that he couldn't make plays in the pocket. But as shown since the middle of last year and last week, I think that Dak Prescott is a future long-term backup quarterback. I don't believe in. I think he can win some games, but I have zero faith in Dak Prescott as of right now. I may be eating my words, but I don't. Dallas receiving, he can't. Dak Prescott, his talent can't oversee the lack of talent at the receiving position the way a Cam Newton could do.
I'm starting to feel like J.O., we've already seen the best that Dak Prescott has to offer in his 2016 rookie campaign. I don't think that we're going to see a better Dak Prescott than we've seen 2 years ago. I think I don't want to say he's going to wind up being a bust, but as far as the expectation level and where he played in his first season, I think it's going to go downhill moving forward. And they need Dez. They need Dez. I don't care what nobody say. They needed Dez Bryant last week, and they're going to continue to need Dez Bryant, because ain't nobody trying to come to Dallas. I don't know what's up with them, but I'm not sold on Dak Prescott either. I will say this, man. Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott, get your popcorn ready, man. Buckle up, because as far as running backs go, this shit is where it's at. I can't wait to see both of these guys get their shit off Sunday night. I hope they have great games, because we could be looking at the two best running backs, or definitely two of the top five potentially in this game Sunday night. Definitely feeling that. But I'm going with the Giants over the Cowboys. You going with the Giants as well?
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants. Dallas offense is terrible, so there you have it.
Last but not least, man, Monday Night Football in Chicago, 8:15. We got the Chicago Bears hosting Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Khalil Mack being added to the Chicago Bears. What was your reaction when you heard about him being traded from the Raiders at the beginning of the year, and going to the Bears, and then seeing the impact that he had last week versus Aaron Rodgers in the first half? Like, he was a nightmare for your boys.
Yeah, I thought it was impressive for a guy to basically had a week of training camp and was out of shape and was playing live wire like he was. I mean, can you just imagine when he get in shape and he get caught up to speed? I mean, he's gonna be Khalil Mack. He may even be even better with the new scenery and new talent around him. So that was a huge deal. I wish my Packers would stepped in and traded for him, but man, that was awesome.
I like the Chicago Bears team, man. The running game is totally legit. They got Tariq Cohen and Darren Sproles 2.0 in the pass and run sections of the offense. Now, their quarterback, Trubisky, I'm not really sold on Trubisky, but, you know, eventually I think Chicago could possibly get a fire quarterback. But I like the way they building things over there. Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks, you know, it's a big readjustment. It seems like the company and the franchise is being built around him. I've never been that much sold on Russell Wilson. We done had this debate for you and I for maybe a year or two now, as far as what I think of him. I'm going with the Bears at home over Seattle. It'll be a close game because Trubisky is not.
I think wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Every time you talk about Wilson, I get. I think I don't like that disrespect.
Because I'm trying not to be disrespectful. That's why I just try to blow it over. You being disrespectful because Russell Wilson's a top 3 quarterback in my opinion. So no way. He's top 3. He's top 3 quarterbacks in his division, and it's only 4 teams.
I think Wilson is a top 3 behind Rodgers and Brady, obviously.
That is ridiculous. He's better. Wait a minute. You got Russell Wilson over Drew Brees? Really?
Of course.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You need to be drug tested, J.O. That is ridiculous. Drew Brees?
Yeah, Drew Brees. Yeah, 40-year-old Drew Brees. I have Wilson over him.
Don't say 40-year-old Drew Brees. And Tom Brady was the MVP last year at 40 years old. That's
Brady. Brady and Brees is different levels.
Wow. That is the most disrespectful thing I heard today, man.
You was disrespectful, Russell Wilson. This has been numerous years you've been disrespecting this legend like this, living legend. Like, man. But anyways, man, I'm going with Seattle, man. I got Seattle with a bounce back. Although Trubisky really impressed me in the first half in Green Bay,
right,
until his experience really came to play in the second half. But I don't see Wilson having two lackluster games in a row like that. So, I'm going with Mr. Wilson, Sierra husband, or future enemy, however you want to
slice it. Facts.
I got Seattle, man.
8:15, man, Eastern Time kickoff at Soldier Field. Chicago Bears, Seattle Seahawks, Monday Night Football. That's going to wrap up our Week 2 NFL predictions here on the Best of 7 Sports Talk. 7 Mitchell and J.O., man, T7M Radio live stream. Appreciate everybody locked into the live stream, man. Shout out to Bobby Tsunami. As always, big up to my guy Raj, owner of Close Combat Battle League. Yes, sir, Floyd Mayweather announced today that him and Manny is going to fight again and before the year's out. So we had to break that down at the beginning of the live stream. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, man, if y'all like to donate, tip the live stream. Donation links are in the description box. We thank you guys in advance. Also, we have the Facebook debate group. The link is also in the description box. Today's live stream, once again, is being sponsored by Ice Shaker. Y'all make sure y'all get your Ice Shakers. Links for the Ice Shaker, iceshaker.com, is also in the description box. Shout out to Gronkowski brothers doing their thing, man, with the Ice Shakers. 7 Mitchell, man, T7M Radio. This is the Best of 7 live stream. Salute to my guy J.O., man. We are out of here. Y'all stay safe. Peace.
Yeah, one. Peace.
T7M Radio brings to you the Best of 7 Sports Talk with 7.